Letters Across Time. Let's begin the story of Letters Across Time. The discovery of an old house. Emma was sorting through an old house quietly standing on the outskirts of town, inherited from her grandfather. This house had been in the family for generations, but as it had been uninhabited for many years, many of its rooms were covered in dust, as if time had stopped. One day, Emma found an old envelope peeking through a gap in the wall of an old study on the top floor. Intrigued, she decided to take the envelope and peek inside. A letter from the past. What emerged from the envelope appeared to be a letter written decades ago. It was addressed from Emma's great-grandfather to his childhood friend, penned as if dreaming that someone from the far future would read it. Remarkably, the letter contained a passage, "To you who is reading this letter," as if speaking directly to Emma. The content reminisced about the great-grandfather's youth, his dreams for the future, and spoke of a friendship across time. Moved by this mysterious event, Emma decided to search for more letters exchanged between her great-grandfather and his friend, thus beginning an exchange across time with figures from the past. Emma's story unfolds as she uncovers the secrets of the old house and deepens her bond with the past. The next chapter will depict how Emma deepens her communication with people from the past and alters her own destiny. An exchange across time. Using the letters left by her great-grandfather as clues, Emma thoroughly searched the house. In the process, she discovered many more letters exchanged between her great-grandfather and his friend. These letters detailed the daily lives, secrets, and dreams of the past. Through these letters, Emma came to understand the lives and desires of her great-grandfather and his contemporaries. Continuing the exchange, Emma decided to write her own letters, attempting to reply to the past. Miraculously, her letters succeeded in eliciting new replies from her great-grandfather's friend. A changing destiny. This exchange across time became more than a one-sided sentiment for Emma. The new letters from her great-grandfather's friend showed that messages from the past could influence the present. As Emma continued her dialogue with the past through letters, she faced important decisions in her own life. The wisdom and advice from the past helped shape her present, prompting her to deeply consider her future. Through this process, Emma decided to take action to fulfill her great-grandfather and his friend's dreams and wishes, which significantly altered her destiny. Emma's journey evolves from nostalgia for the past to a story of self-discovery and forging a path to the future. The next chapter will portray how Emma utilizes lessons from the past to make significant choices in her life. A journey to the past. The letter exchanges that touched Emma's heart granted her the mystical ability to temporarily travel to the past. One night, Emma found herself wandering in her great-grandfather's era in a dream, meeting him and his friends directly. This experience felt not just like a dream but as an actual event across time. In the world of the past, Emma could physically feel the hopes, challenges, and the value of deep friendship that her great-grandfather and his peers had built. Choices for the future. Returning from her journey to the past, Emma noticed that her outlook on her present life and future had begun to change. The lessons learned from her great-grandfather and his friends provided her with new perspectives. She deeply understood the meaning of living through similar choices and opportunities in a modern context, actively moving towards her dreams and goals. Emma's decisions involved preserving her family's legacy and paving new paths in her career and personal growth. This chapter delves into how Emma bridges her past experiences with her contemporary self, deepening her understanding of her identity and life's purpose. The next chapter will depict how Emma listens to her inner voice and makes decisions that shape her destiny. The bond between two. Emma's journey culminates in a story of astonishing discoveries and growth, connecting the past and present. Through temporary journeys to the past and exchanges across time, She applies the lessons from her great-grandfather and his friends to make meaningful changes in her life. Emma resolves to fulfill her great-grandfather's dreams and wishes, embarking on a path to contribute to the world in her own way. This process clarified her outlook on her future through a deep bond with the people of the past. A new beginning. Emma's story began with the discovery of old letters in an inherited house, evolving into a new chapter in her life. The exchange across time with her great-grandfather provided her with a deep understanding of her family's history, instilling a strong will and courage to shape her own destiny. Emma decides to write a book to pass on her great-grandfather and his friends' stories to future generations, ensuring their legacy and lessons live on forever. Her journey becomes a lasting bridge connecting the past, present, and future. Through this story, Emma discovers the power to weave her own narrative, finding the courage to carve her path while influenced by the past. Her story showcases the power of bonds across time and the individual's ability to shape their future while being part of history. The story of letters across time concludes here. Emma's journey through exchanges across time depicts a tale of self-discovery and growth. The end.